Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BHawk Live. I am one of your hosts. The other one, I will be putting her on in a second. And here we are. Hello, you lovely people, tonight on a big BattleHawk weekend win. Amanda, I am still tired and just
Ditto.
destroyed from this weekend.
Ditto.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I
Good.
see, I like you added some new stuff to
I
your.
did.
Would you like to talk about what it is?
Yeah. So we have the Renegades towel and we have the Brahmas rally towel up there, people.
Yeah, I see
Two
that.
awesome games that I had the pleasure of going to. Yes, I
Yes,
did.
it was it was a very fun time, a very long drive.
Very long drive.
We left it like what, 2 o'clock in the morning
hmm
on Saturday,
Saturday. Mhm.
right?
Yes.
And then, well, we already got the people popping in. We're
Hey,
going to talk about the
everybody.
game. And I mean, anybody who wants to join us, here's what I'm going to do, man. Anybody from San Antonio or Arlington that would like to join us, we'll let you guys pop on and give your guys' feedback to it because it is week one, you know. I mean, Amanda, you finally got to meet Jimmy.
I did.
You know,
I
Jimmy was a
did.
very gracious host down there in Arlington.
Very
Uh,
sweet. Yep.
Yeah, first game. I mean, what a way to kick off the XFL for the first game, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right, Amanda?
Oh, it was awesome. That
Uh,
was
if I'm
great.
if I'm not mistaken, I mean their ratings actually. I think their ratings might have been the best of the weekend. At I think it was at like
Mm,
1.5 million viewers.
I believe that was the BattleHawk game. If I don't,
Yeah.
that was the
No,
BattleHawk.
no, that was the Vipers and Renegades. That was the opening afternoon game that we were at.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Say
they
so.
opened the weekend and they did it. Now, I mean, look, this is the BHawk Live show, right? So we have to talk about our game where look, I'm gonna be honest, Amanda. Uh
You're gonna be honest.
yeah.
Okay, what you got?
Mm. Oh, I got the Brahma flag. You'll be look, guys, I have been extremely busy. Ask Amanda since we've gotten back. I have really had no time to rest or anything. Am I right, Amanda?
Mm-hmm.
I've had no time to rest, really. And here it is. Here's the Brahmas flag that will eventually be hanging in the studio. I mean, it's literally sitting right there. Uh, I mean, there it is. There it is. There's the Brahmas flag that everybody wants to see. I'm actually, Amanda, I think I'm going to have to make the studio larger.
And if anyone in San Antonio wants to send me one, I am I am more than happy to take it. I would love to take it
Right. Yeah. See,
from
Keelan, you are right there. I was not impressed with
mm-hmm.
AJ. Listen, now I'm going to say this. AJ is the most experienced quarterback in the XFL, right?
Right.
Uh, yeah, the linebackers. How many pounds
None.
did you gain? I mean,
None. None.
those street
N-
tacos were good. And the
None.
what did Leo's wife make me? I can't even remember what she called it.
I'm not.
Baka caca,
I'm not
whatever
even
it is.
gonna say it because I'll destroy it.
No, I just destroyed it. Baka cock or something like that. Leo,
That
please
was
help me.
definitely not it.
I
That was
see that
definitely
you
not
were
it.
in here. Good evening, Henry. But no, I mean, let's get back to Dallas real quick because that was our first stop. We were there. Amanda, first time that you've seen an away city game, right, for the
Mhm.
XFL.
Mhm.
Uh, what was? I mean, that was the first time you've seen it. So, what did you think? Oh, look at this! Look at this. Jimmy says he will give you a Renegades flag, Amanda.
Yeah. Jimmy, I knew I liked you.
So there you go. I do got my
Knew I liked you.
Renegade flags in the truck. I still haven't brought them in
Nobody
yet.
asked you. Nobody
Okay.
asked
However,
you.
here, Bar Boo Coo
Thank you,
Barakua?
Leah.
Did I say it right?
I think
Barakua?
I think
I don't.
so.
All I know is this.
I think
Oh
so.
God. Oh God. Ooh. Ooh. My belly. My
Okay.
belly.
It looked really good. I did
Yeah.
like the picture was posted on the
It
page, by the
was.
way.
We
So
did
if
put
you
it on
want
the
to
page.
see it, check it out.
All right, but Amanda, we saw the game. We were actually on the field for the. There were a big thanks, big shout out to Jason and Ganella for
Yes.
getting us down on the field at the Renegades game. Great time.
Such a nice guy too, by the way.
Right? Yeah, Jason Ganella,
So
super
nice.
super nice dude. The Renegades. He goes, let's try that again. No, Leo, I'm not going to try it again. All I can say is this: it was
No.
some delicious shit. It was good. That's all I got to say. I'm still waiting for that recipe because it was good.
No,
But
he's gonna make you come back for that recipe.
May 13th, I will be back in San Antonio, regardless of who is playing in the championship game. I am the BHawk live show will be going back to San Antonio
That
May
includes
13th.
me, people.
Right? Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
I was the live of the party. This hyena was on point.
Yeah, you were dancing around like a what? What did my wife say? A chicken with her head cut off. Right? Ain't that what she said?
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I mean, she did have a point. You were acting a little foolish there at the end of the game.
That's why I need to meet your wife.
Yeah, Jimmy, hey, you come up for the game, brother. We'll take you around and we'll show you around St. Louis. We
Would love
definitely will.
to.
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, a great, exciting first game. I mean, Arlington was kind of what I expected, the run, pass type of offense, right?
No point intended to our
What has he
previous
said?
group.
What does he says? He goes, LOL. She says you're going to go live from our house for a cooking show. Hey, I'll do it. I'll do it. I will come down there and do a live cooking show. No, but Amanda did almost get us in trouble a few times to where we did almost end up in jail.
Oh, you are a lie.
I'm just saying.
No.
Just saying.
Hey, my parents are watching this show, and I know they're gonna be like, "Oh, what did she do?"
Well, I mean, you guys see the video. You saw the videos of what she did. So, I mean,
I was
pretty
playing
pretty
with
self
the gunslingers. Come on.
pretty self-explanatory. So we watched that
Whatever.
game, and then we get in the truck to make that 4. I didn't realize how far San Antonio was from Dallas still, right?
Mhm.
So we get in the truck, and we still have 4 more hours to drive. So we
But I
get
did go
there.
to Buc-ee's, people.
We did go to Buc-ee's. We did go to
We
Buc-ee's.
did.
And it was funny because on our way back, we stopped at the exact same
Exact same
Buc-ee's that we
one.
stopped at. So that was funny.
Exact same one.
It was definitely a little different later in the evening. It wasn't as
Mm,
crowded.
no.
Yes, Texas is a very, very big state, but a very beautiful state. I really like the Amanda. We got to talk about how excited I got when I saw the speed limit at 85 miles an hour.
Yeah, yeah. A little too
Uh,
excited.
I officially found out that my truck's cruise control only sets to 93.
My hair looked like this when I got there. It was slicked back. I think it was slicked all the way back.
Yeah, so I was in love. When I saw, I was like, wait a second, did that just say 85 miles an hour? And Amanda and Dave are like,
I
yeah.
said,
And
I don't think so. I
I'm
don't
like,
think
oh my
so.
God. Oh my
I
God.
said, I don't think it is. I think it
Yes.
said 75.
No, it said 85. That cruise got hit at 93, and we were just flying.
Hey, we make good time, people.
Right. So we get to our hotel, and big shout out to Jimmy's Family Pizza in San Antonio.
Oh, good.
Oh God, we got there late. Amanda was like, we were wanting to go to a Mexican restaurant or some local flavor of San Antonio, and Amanda's like, nah, We're doing pizza.
Listen here.
Doing pizza. Pizza.
Listen.
Pizza.
I literally had, excuse me.
Hold on,
I
stop. Before you even say a word, whose fault was that you only ate
a small
hash
hash brown.
browns?
Excuse me.
Whose fault
But
was it? Was it mine?
no, it was mine. But
Was
here's
it
the deal.
Dave's?
Yes. No,
No.
it was not.
What did we ate at the game? I had some amazing Texan type pulled chicken
They were like buffalo chicken style nachos.
nachos. Oh
They
my
looked they
god.
he
Oh
goes, "Do you
god.
want some?" Like right in my
Yeah,
face. "Do you want some?" I'm
exactly.
like, "No," cuz I'm like in a challenge right now. People saying how much weight I'm going to gain. "No, I don't want your nachos."
So we get to the hotel, right? Yes, you're right, Leo. She did want to well, I don't know. She I did think she did gain 5 pounds when
No,
we
I
got to
did
the tailgate
not.
because she was pounding some food away at the tailgate.
No. I had 2 little tiny tacos Viva
Those weren't little
Texas made me.
tacos. Those weren't little tacos. Those were huge. Tacos were huge and they were good. Uh
You are such a little schnit.
yeah, I know. Anyways, so we get to the hotel, we get the pizza, and big shout out to Jimmy's Family Pizza. So, like, if you're in San Antonio and
Mm.
you're not from San Antonio and you just want something, no, they were definitely not Taco Bell size. Much
No.
bigger than Taco
They
Bell
were
size.
Chiquito taco, they were like, something your little chihuahua would eat.
Hey, Phil, no worries. We understand that. Daughter come home from college. Hate to miss the show, but it's
They were
always
like, "Did me.
right. As we
Ugh.
say on this show, family's always first.
This is something your chihuahua would eat." They were like this
Right? Yeah.
big.
They were huge,
They were this
huge
big.
tacos, huge.
Teeny
So
tiny.
we get our pizza, and then we were supposed to meet up with.
No, I was hangry. I was
Right, you
so
were.
mad. One
You
of
were.
my pizza.
So we get the pizza. First, we ordered Pizza Hut. That never showed up. It's
Never
probably
hour and a half later, still never came.
right. So they're probably still delivering our pizza to the Econo Lodge on the Econo Lodge on South Laredo Road.
At
Doesn't know.
room 122.
Right, which was funny because when we got up in the morning, so we got up in the morning. You guys saw the broadcast. You got up in the morning. We drove, and there was the Pizza Hut, literally a block away from us.
We could have walked there.
We could have. We might have gotten our food. But no, Jimmy's was a much better choice.
So good.
So we get up, Amanda. We make our way over there. We pull into the parking lot, and we're looking for Viva Texas, and we see the flags, and then we see Leo and the guys from Smoking Gun. We park right next to them, and Amanda. I'm getting chills already, even thinking about it again. But the hospitality from that San Antonio fan base was I cannot put it in words
Unreal.
on just how humbling, hospitable, how caring that everybody was at that tailgate. I cannot express from the bottom of my heart how much yeah, how I mean just yeah, I'm still at a loss for words for it. Just how amazing that fan base is. And I mean, St. Louis, listen, you guys, right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, it was just
Hi,
yeah.
Mike. I
All
loved
right,
meeting
Mike.
you and your wife.
You're right,
He's
Mike.
so awesome.
After a quick friendly after a friendly booze, I mean, it was just, hey, do you need something to drink? Hey, do you want some food? I mean,
Mhm.
look, I'm getting chills thinking about it again. Just absolutely unbelievable how nice that fan was. And then Leo goes, "Our mamas taught us right, or we got our ass whoops." God's honest truth, what he says here, because he fixes it. I mean, listen, St. Louis, or the tailgate there, man, we got to step it up, man, because they brought a party. I mean, they
Mhm.
brought a party to that Alamo Dome, largest event, or largest. I mean, to be honest, if you rank it, let's rank it from 2020 to now, right? Yeah, and you're right, Andrew. It does, but I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, we better show up and show out like they did in San Antonio, man. And I think we will. But if you take the San Antonio game, which I think drew what 24,000, is that right, Amanda? I have the
24,000.
I have the stat right here. Hold on.
24,200 and
245.
yeah.
245. Okay. Um. So, hey, Andrew, we do know somebody that you can reach out to. You
Mhm.
know, loud. Listen, loud wasn't the word for it. Now, listen. Here's what I'm going to
It was
say.
electric,
Here's
people.
here's what I'm going to say about this. Okay, you take that game and that attendance, and let's combine them with the 2020 season. Okay, so I'm going to technically say this is the sixth game of the XFL. Okay, this is the sixth game of the XFL. Okay. So we had St. Louis and Seattle in both of their two games draw over. St. Louis drew over 29 the first game, 28 the second game. Seattle drew over 27 and 26. This game here would be this Brahmas game would be the fifth largest XFL game to date. Largest one. I mean, literally, it doubled Saturday's game one, the two games on Saturday, it matched those two games for attendance. Matched those two games for attendance. You know, I know Denzel Vance, I know everybody says we're about to sell out, but it depends on how you look at the tickets. If you're looking at 2 tickets, then yes. If you're looking at for 1 ticket, no. If you're looking for 3 tickets, then no. If you're looking for 4 tickets, then yes. So you got to look at it that way. You just can't look at it for 2 tickets or 4 tickets. You got to take all of that stuff into account. Uh, and Dan, about the ratings, if the ratings are what they said would true, it would probably rank in the top 10 of highest ranked games for the XFL with the 1 point, or it would rank in the top 10 where the Vipers and Renegades would rank in that top, you know. Chris says, I bet the schedule was set up this way so the league could show momentum in week 4 with the St. Louis attendance. If we're 3-0, it could be 50K. I can tell you this, it's not going to be 50K because they're not going to open up that dome top any time soon. Yes, you're right. The St. Louis market did do a 5-6. I'm still Leo is still trying to find the local market numbers out of San Antonio for me, which I don't think he has found it yet. What did you guys think about the wave? Are San
Annoying
Antonio fans doing it awesome or idiots? It's a hotly
idiots.
contested. Well, look, let's get into the game, right? Game didn't start out very well. Game did not start out very well, Amanda, at
Not
all.
so
No,
much.
no. The crowd was crazy. I know somebody said in here it said loud, and I'll put it to you like this right here. Richard said it sounded loud. I'll put it to you like this. I'll put it right up there with the game one here in the dome. Game one at the dome. I'll put the San Antonio crowd up there with it. I mean, just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Dan's saying that the next few weeks are on FX and ESPN, some ESPN. Don't expect higher ratings. I'm going to kind of agree with you on that. I know people are going all over social media, Amanda, and talking about this. I'm going to place some blame at the XFL. I don't think they've done enough in certain markets or as a whole to get the word out there. I mean, they could be doing a lot of stuff. Like I'm saying, in San Antonio, man, you guys got to realize something. And I mean, Leo, if you could pop on. Oh, here he is. I'm glad he popped on, Amanda, because this is the guy that I kind of want to talk to about this because of how the San Antonio media in San Antonio has kind of built, kind of embraced the Brahmas lifestyle down there, right? And plus, if I'm not mistaken, he does owe you a bet. And It's the one and
here we
only
go.
Mr. Viva Texas.
Oh, here we go.
What's
Oh,
up, everybody?
Hold on, sir. Before you even have to bow your head in disgrace,
why you sound so down? What is the deal? I don't understand.
do you want to get it out of the way, or do you want me to give your compliment first?
Go, do the compliment first.
Listen,
He needs a little boost.
We've been saying it for all week, and we're going to keep saying it all week. Your guys' fan base reminded me a lot of the 2020 fan base in St. Louis. The way that you guys have just accepted this team, took into this team, built the characters like you and the characters like Dirty Torres, the the BCD crew, all of those guys, Captain Brahma. The way you guys have built this up and the way that the Smoking Gun podcast has been on with backing you guys left and right, it reminds me of St. Louis all over again. So don't feel ashamed in a game you guys should have won.
Again, this is a boost.
This is a boost.
No,
I have a feeling you guys are going
honestly,
into Orlando and just whooping some ass in Orlando. That's just my
opinion. Yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure. No, I'm in the thought that they finished the game. Like I think I had mentioned it on an earlier podcast.
Mhm.
They were playing with an NFL mentality, not an XFL mentality. When you're up by what is it, 18 or 15 with
Yes.
less than 2
Hey,
minutes
hey,
to go
hey,
in
hey,
the
now,
NFL.
hey, now, hey, now.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is when you're up by that much in the NFL, the game's in the bag.
Yes.
With a couple knees and you're good. But it doesn't work like that in the XFL. Apparently, it's obvious now.
It's show down.
Right. I'll say this.
Down.
I'll say this. Hines Ward was coaching that game as an NFL coach, not as an XFL coach. So I mean,
will
like
say, yeah.
here's another guy that came down. Stephen Hughes says was genuinely impressed with the turnout for that game. Definitely felt like a hostile territory. Yes, it was.
Now,
But I mean,
there are some things that I do need to address to the St. Louis fans that they
wait, no, hold on. Before you get to address the St. Louis fans,
okay.
you have a bet that you have to pay up, and then I'll let you address the
Hey,
St.
you better
Louis.
backpedal, Viva, before you get all.
Okay, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. All right.
Oh, look at that, Amanda.
I'm gonna do it right. All right, let's get this over with. On Saturday, what is it? Caw or caw was the law.
Oh, there it is, Amanda. There it is.
I didn't sense any enthusiasm.
Amanda,
Of
come on.
course, there wasn't going to be any enthusiasm.
I mean, yeah.
I put the hat on. I put the sombrero on just for y'all. That in itself is like
I'll take it
to the core.
I mean, come on, Amanda. You had Captain Brahma
giving him
kneeling.
trouble.
You had Captain Brahma kneeling to you. Come on.
He kissed my feet for Pete's
I know
sake.
exactly. All right, now, what did you think of the little bit of the? I mean, I think there was probably close to 1,000 of us that came down there.
Yeah. So that's the thing is, if there were 1,000 of you all, I did not count 1,000. Like, and I literally had to walk the entire Alamo Dome to get to where I was because I was on the opposite end tailgating. And so where I was in the bullpen was on the far side of the Alamo Dome. So I walked the entire arena and I walked by thousands and thousands of people. And I mean, if I counted, it was not 1,000 Battlehawk fans, not including players' families. I didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally different.
I think that's what they were including. I think it's more like right around what Leo said, maybe 400 to 500. Because I mean, we did run into a few.
Here's what I wanted to get at is that I've been getting comments that it was like St. Louis is the one that made up the attendance there. It was a 50-50 split. And I'm
not
like,
even close.
No
not
way.
even close. I was like,
No.
I think you guys are confusing.
Who said that?
I think that people were confusing our blue seats for fans.
Yes.
And it was the fans that were supposed to come on the bus. I'll give you all that, but like yeah, there was not a 50-50 split.
No, not even close. Not even close. Like here, like Steven's saying, maybe 100 of us tops. Somebody here says
That's more looking like
maybe
I
if
would
you
count
maybe
100.
400 if you count by twos. All I know is this. I mean, I was impressed with the little bit of the fans that did show up, regardless of what it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, to be honest, I would say, yeah. See, and see, look, you got a St. Louis fan sticking up for you. No way it looked like a 50-50 on TV. Mike said that there was 3 of them in section 141. I know we were in 124. But even with the section we were sitting in, like they were giving us some shit, but they were actually still cool about it. So
yeah, I mean,
you guys weren't being like hostile.
No, I think there was one hostility that happened in one of the end zones, and it wasn't even because of fans. I found out it was because football went into the stands and the fan didn't want to give it back. So that was the most hostile that we got. Is that people just they want to keep a souvenir. But that, I mean, we knew we were the new kids on the block, and we wanted to. I think, despite the loss, we came out. I'm trying to look at it as a positive in the sense that for the league, we set the standard of what attendance should be.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Like this whole 12,000 fans. I mean, with the exception of Vegas, because I think that's all they can fit in their stadium. But for everybody else, there's no excuse. Like San Antonio showed up, and they showed up ready to party. And y'all saw that firsthand.
I mean, like right here, Stephen Hughes says, all very genuine and nice. And I mean, you guys were. I mean, it was unbelievable. And I mean, we just can't stress it enough, and how humble you guys made us all feel. I mean, I still get chills talking about it. The hospitality that you guys had was just down there was just unbelievable.
Yeah, Viva, you treated me like a princess, even though I was like,
And look,
I know. Look at that.
I got 2 more.
Perfect.
I got some more upstairs that just came
Beautiful.
from Jason Elroy to put into.
Viva, did you see? I even have you.
And it went from like that banter that I was spitting out to now it's become a mutual respect. Like it is a mutual respect, I think, between the Brahmas fan base and the Battlehawks fan base. I've gotten one response from Orlando on my most recent video, and it was someone saying that it's like, you guys lost and we just found our QB1. You don't stand a chance. We're not going to step aside. And I'm like, ooh,
I'm scared.
You have to be kidding me right now.
That is the only response that I've gotten from any, the Orlando fan base, if it exists, is not engaging.
Shots.
Did they watch their own game?
Leo says, game's over, so it's all love until the championships. Which, look, I'm already saying it right here. BHawk Live is going to be May 13th in San Antonio for the championship game. I don't care what team is in there. I'm gonna be there for the championship game. That's all I know.
I probably will be as well. As much as if it's not the Brahmas, I'm gonna be bitter, because it's 3 days before my birthday.
But listen, if it's not the Brahmas, and it will be the Battlehawks, I'll bring you up a Battlehawks.
You'll be there, won't you?
I'll bring you a Battlehawk jersey if you want.
I will accept, because you guys have been the only fan base that have been willing to interact with me and with us. So I accept.
I think Seattle will do it. I think, trust me. I think when you guys go to Seattle, I think you're going to get some Seattle people linking with you.
I hope so. I want to interact with the other groups. I know, I
don't know how they couldn't after what we saw and what we were. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah, just seriously. Unbelievable.
Unreal.
All right, now Viva, let me ask you. First time
yeah.
you've seen an XFL game live, right? I've seen a lot of your people on your pages go, what's this? Hold on. What's this fan says? They suck. They keep talking all about soccer and hockey, nothing about the Battlehawks. We are the amped up fan base. You're right. Local media is not. Oh, and look at this. Another guy's joining us. So I want to get your guys' opinions. Hey, Leo, what's up?
Hey, Leo.
What's going on,
Up,
people?
Leo?
So look, I'm going to ask both of
What's up,
you
Jorge?
guys. The first time that you guys saw the Battlehawk game live, right? I know, Leo, you guys and Smoking Guns had talked about the rules and all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But what was it like when you guys actually saw the first game and then, like, I even saw some of your fans going, "What's this 4th and 15 bullshit? What's going on? Blah blah." But like,
Yeah,
what
I
was your
mean,
guys' thought on the gameplay? And we'll start with Viva first.
so I mean, it was a defensive battle. If you like defense, this was the game for you. Offensively, both teams struggled. I'll be honest, our receivers had
Both
brick
teams?
hands.
What team are you watching? I don't think so.
Man, can you let the guest finish? Jesus.
Like,
Let him talk,
No.
Amanda.
both offenses were terrible. I'll be honest. I mean, we had brick hands.
No, they weren't.
Our running game was the best, but it wasn't even 100 yards of running. I think Cone made good decisions as best as he could. So I trust him as the signal caller. But as far as receivers go, we need to get Coach Ward to get out there and show them how it's done. And we, like, in the words of the great Greg Popovich, we got to put some nasty on it. Like, we need some nasty out there, and I just didn't see it from the offense. Now, from the defense, there was some nasty. There was AJ McCarron was running for his life for most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
The defense came out ready to play. They were hungry. They were mean, and I think that's going to be the catalyst to the championship, because, like they say, defense wins championships, and I think the Brahmas defense is ready and hungry to go out there and compete.
Yep. All right, now Leo, you guys have talked about the rules on the Smoking Gun podcast, right?
Yeah.
What was it like actually seeing it live for the first time?
I thought it was great. I mean, I think the change in the rules, there were a lot of people that were upset saying, well, that rule sucks and I don't like it, but only because we had just got our butts bit by it. That's
Right.
the only reason. But if you look at it, from a neutral perspective, try and take yourself out of, being the one that just got beat by the rule. It's actually makes the game more exciting, and it makes the game attainable. You gotta hold on to the very end, and you gotta play your butts off to the very end, because you don't know with these, not just the 4th and 15, but the 3-point conversions on the scores. I mean, everything that absolutely had to go right for the BHawks, to their credit, for the Battlehawks, to their credit, it went right.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they had absolutely had to have all of those things happen in that sequence of events, and they pulled it out. So, nothing, you can't really take anything away from their victory. But, in the NFL, I think Coach Ward's NFL experience, that part of his brain kind of took over at the end, and I think he's going to learn from the mistake. And then to talk about Viva's, we want some nasty, to kind of use our, Spurs coach Popovich's famous statement. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but that's where that comes from.
Pop's one of my favorite coaches next to Phil Jackson. Pop's one of my favorite coaches next to Phil.
I mean, that's one of, I think, what year was it? It was during one of the championship years, wasn't it? When he was like, I want some nasty. Like, he was telling his team, like, it was in a huddle, and they caught him on camera saying, I want some nasty out there.
Well, wasn't that the year that he had Duncan? That was Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili.
Yeah, the
and
big
Bruce
three,
Bowen,
as we call them here.
Big three, and Bruce Bowen was there, and like, we had I think I want to say,
well, that was like the year you guys weren't even supposed to do something, and then all of a sudden Pop made that speech, and you guys just went on a tear and just
Like,
for
yeah,
everybody.
I mean, and it was like that thing was you would see it on shirts. It's like you see it
Yeah.
like on every even to this day, it's still like Pop is known here for we want some nasty.
Yeah, see,
And
now,
Yeah.
here Sabrina
um
says people are so stupid they keep complaining about the rule. Like it's
yep.
a rule for every quarter. It's only for the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So,
It's only for the
and
fourth quarter, and it's an option.
mhm.
and at
You
the end
can,
of the day, like yes, we were the losers on the receiving end of that rule, but for the league as a whole, and remember, we're all in this because we want to see XFL season 2 and beyond.
Mhm.
It was a win for the league. I mean, people
yeah,
on ESPN's talking about it, the sports world is talking like how can you pull off this ridiculous comeback and how can they blow such a giant lead kind of thing? Like it's being talked about,
hmm
Yes.
which for the league is a win.
yeah,
Um, Even if it comes at our expense, I'll take it because what I do not want to hear is at the end of the season, oh, there's another failed team in San Antonio as XFL 3.0 folds. Because I can't take it. After the Commanders, I was heartbroken. And with how invested I've become into the Brahmas, and you guys have seen it firsthand how
Oh
invested
yeah.
I am.
What do you think
If
about
it
me?
doesn't go,
I've been doing
yeah,
this for 4 years. I mean, come on.
like
I don't know
I
if I can
can't
take it again.
I can't take it like another failed team, and that's because like we truly believe in football here in professional football here in San Antonio, and I'm pushing really hard to also so here's my long-term strategy that I've pitched to the team and to the social media team and to the players as well when I had lunch with them. They're all for it because I want to make more Spanish language content because I want to if you're gonna break into the Spanish language market being northern Mexico and South Texas,
Mhm.
and get Telemundo and Univision and all those other Spanish language channels to put their attention on the XFL. And I mean, being Mexican, I know there is a deep passion for the sport in Mexico that people do not know about here in the United States. Um, but it's I want to make more Spanish language content, but not just myself, but with the team. What I pitched to the team is I wanted to have them introduce themselves, say what position they play, and say welcome to La Casa, all in Spanish. I was going to coach them through everything. Um, and then I wanted to have Coach Ward do that, and I wanted to have Coach Elizondo have make a little bit longer of a statement, being that he is Mexican himself. And I get a lot of messages from people from Mexico, from Spanish language predominant people that are interested, but they just don't know how to get involved because it's all in English. And I
Right,
want to
yeah.
change that. I want to break that language barrier. I want to get it to the point to where the NFL comes knocking on the XFL's door and says, "Hey, what did you all do?" Because I know they're trying to expand into Mexico, and
Mhm.
the Dallas Cowboys and the Raiders are the team down there, and the 49ers, but that's because they've been they have the longevity. But I
Right.
want them to they don't have like that passion down there for those teams. It's just these are the teams that we know. And I want the NFL to come knocking on the XFL's door and say, "Hey, what did you all do?" Which then the XFL says, "Go ask San Antonio," and then San Antonio says, "Well, I know a guy," and it just like chain reaction, like
And
the NFL's
we know a podcast that's rated the #1 podcast for covering arena football too.
yeah, like I
yeah.
want it to like I want the spotlight to be on San Antonio and also show the NFL like, hey, you guys missed out on a golden opportunity. I'm just
Mhm.
saying, like, because you can put a team like if they're gonna put a team, I guarantee you they're gonna look at Austin first because they have the tech money. But
Right.
the culture between Austin and San Antonio is two wildly different cultures.
Completely different.
Completely different. And you see that in Major League Soccer. Major League Soccer is trying so hard to break into the Mexican market because when you look at the
Hey, Viva,
southern
look, I
half,
love you, but we got like 20 minutes left, and we still got to break down our game for tomorrow.
oh, well, my apologies, but yeah. So all right, so let me wrap this up.
All right,
So
yeah, let's go. Come
yeah,
on.
so I'm pushing for this to be an international sport, basically. And like I was saying, Major League Soccer is a good example of they put a team in Austin because they wanted the Mexican market, and it's not working.
Right, gotcha. All right, so Viva, tell people where they can find you because I'm going to give Leo about a good 5 minutes because I want to ask him some questions about the podcast, all that stuff. Where can people find you? Because they got to go check out your video.
Viva Texas official on Instagram, Viva Texas on Facebook, and Viva.Texas on TikTok. If there are any Orlando Guardian fans, please, at this point, I'm asking y'all, please just say something. Say something. I got crickets. Say something.
And brother, your message that you put out today that you said you've gained like 80 new friends and stuff, brother, you're family to me. I love you. Thank you for your hospitality when I was in San Antonio, and I will see you May
Thank you.
13th.
Absolutely.
All right, brother.
We'll
I'll see you.
then.
All
Take
right,
care, Viva.
Leo. So you're down there. You're covering it with all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen any other local media that they're talking about the XFL down there? Because I'm not really seeing a lot on the Facebook pages about the local media.
Yeah.
I mean, I know your San Antonio ABC channel is starting to jump on board now.
Yes. Because that's where that's where the games are going to be aired.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, not a whole lot. There's been some coverage on the local newspapers about the first game and the crowd, the 24,000, and the rowdy fan base already accepting the team and getting behind it. But even quicker than the local media jumping on that, and this is unfortunate, and I kind of told you how I felt about this, Dirty. They're so fast to jump onto any little piece of negativity that they can find.
Yep.
And we had the whole thing with Mike Sheehan being released. We don't know why. They said personal reasons, whatever is all that has been said. And you know what? That's the way it should be. You don't find out why someone's been fired from their job,
Right.
as an outsider. That's just the way it is. That's common sense. But everybody starts speculating around here, and you got idiots from local media going out and putting out stuff and like, sources tell me more to come, more releases to come and stuff like that. Just they can't wait to put it out there on Twitter. And then everybody in the fan base just starts running around panicking and going crazy because as loyal as we are and as great of a fan base that the San Antonio football community is, we are also a very fragile fan base because we have been burned so many times in the past. We've suffered
Speaking of
through
it,
heartbreak.
good old Dan Harris.
Yes, good old Don Harris. That's the guy. Yeah, yeah. They can't wait to jump on to any little bit of thing to just kind of try and burst our bubble. And I don't get it. What is the problem with this local media?
Well, listen,
that just can't wait to do that.
Leo, it doesn't help that you have a guy like me. You've watched the show that loves to make speculations and play with my crystal ball. And then I go on Twitter and say, ooh, I wonder if there is more coming. And then people are starting to like, what do you know? And I'm like, I'm not saying a word, I mean, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get with the XFL. That's why when I started the show the way I did today with me and Amanda, I was like, I'm kind of looking this as the 6th game of XFL 2020. So like if you take what you guys did this weekend, you guys should be proud of San Antonio, should be proud of it because you guys were the 5th highest drawing game so far of the 6 XFL games that we've had. Number 1 for this weekend. We were number 2 in the ratings. I mean, of course, Arlington and the Vipers were going to get the number 1 ratings because it was the first game. But, I mean, what I saw in San Antonio, I don't see how it's going to fail in San Antonio.
No, and that just we know that because we're there in the thick of it. That just shows you how disconnected these people in the media are, and they just they're not engaged. And I don't have to keep it clean on this show. I don't think you guys run a little bit different format than we do on our podcast.
We call after our prime time hour. So yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can say how I really feel, but these guys are douchebags. You know, I mean, it's douchebag a-holes that I just want to say, shut up. Shut the hell up. Get out of our business. If you can't get behind it, you can't support it. You're not going to try and float this thing, the XFL. You don't like it for whatever reason. You want to sit at home and play with your whatevers instead of watching some good football in right here in our backyard with some awesome people getting behind it and barbecuing and meeting people coming from other cities and having a great time. Just shut the hell up then. You don't have to put this negativity out there and it's like you just thrive on that. You want to be the first one to break something negative and say, "Oh, I told you so." It's the AAF all over again. Shut the hell up and just get out of our face and let us have a good time, all right? We it's one guy got released. Who knows why? We can't speculate. I don't want to say. It could be anything. Yeah, they say it was personal. Right, and that's all it is. It's not financial. And I'll leave it at that. But yeah, that's been building up in me since last night when all this and I have people messaging me and saying, "Oh man, what's going on? It's happening again." And I'm just like trying to tell Loli says, we're sitting in the kitchen and she's looking at me like, "Are you ever gonna get off that phone?" Yeah. And I'm like, "You don't understand. People are like right now, they're freaking out because they're like, oh, here we go again already. And it's all because of people like Don Harris that can't wait to put that crap out. And it just irritates the heck out of me. Shut the hell up, Don Harris. Get out of my face.
Hashtag shut the hell up, Don Harris. All right, Leo, we got like 10 minutes left of this show. Tell people where they can find your show at.
You can find us at Smoking Guns Podcast, or we're on Facebook. We're everywhere that podcasts come out. That's Smoking, no G, Guns with a Z, POD. You can find us in the X-Fan Legion because we're proudly a part of that. We're big believers of not just the Brahmas, but all professional football in San Antonio Gunslingers, and the XFL and spring football, and that's where you can find us.
All right, Leo, brother, it was great meeting you finally.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a great time.
Tell your wife hi for me.
Yeah, you got to tell your wife to send me that. Say it for me. The
barbacoa.
Barbacoa.
What? It's beef, shredded beef. It comes from the cheek of the cow. Some people think that's gross, but it's amazing. Yeah, it's barbacoa omelet that she made. And you guys are welcome down anytime. We love you guys. She told me to tell you guys hi earlier. And yeah, next time you come down, come to my casita. We call the Alamo Dome La Casa, but come to my casita and we'll feed you some more for sure.
Right, there you
go. There she is. There's
Matt.
All right, Leo, we'll talk to you, brother.
Y'all have a good night.
Bye, Leo.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
So the A Train is apparently on here, but I don't. Oh, there he is. There he is. Hi, A Train. How are you?
Why does he have to do that?
I have no idea.
Quit doing that smile.
So we're gonna be talking. Okay, so we got like 10 minutes left. We got a lot of stuff to. Viva Texas' wife says that Amanda, my wife, wanted to meet you and was bummed that she couldn't. Well,
I know. Tell her I'll meet her.
May 13th, that happened when we're there playing in the championship. Now we got Amanda. Well, we'll talk about Amanda's got we got a big announcement because we're going to be at Murphy's on 21 for our watch party this Thursday. Tomorrow. So come hang out with me and Amanda and
Big Papa
G and all that stuff. So now we're going into Seattle, ladies and gentlemen. It's game time temperature, 18 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
I don't have that problem.
18 degrees. Listen, we were talking about it before. The way our team played, right? Yeah, you're right, Steven. It is almost game day, and that's the reason why I'm bringing it up. You had brought up the 18. Literally, Amanda, what is the address to Murphy's on 21?
You're asking me off the top of my head.
Do you remember? You had it. It's on your flyer. Go to our flyer and you find it on our page right there. But let's get to it. 18 degrees come kickoff. It's gonna be snowing in Seattle. Here's the thing. I know you talk about home field advantages, right? But all the teams are practicing in Arlington. Okay,
You ready for it?
Yeah, go with the address.
All right, it's 13226 Tesson Ferry Road.
There you go.
3128 people.
There you go. Or just Google Murphy's on 21. You'll find it.
Mm-hmm. And
So,
it's on our page, so check it out.
My question now, the way Seattle played, even though the Sea Dragons lost, right? Ben DiNucci threw for the most yards in the entire XFL. They had the most plays of any team in the XFL for this weekend. We barely had 200 yards of total offense. We had 61 yards of offense going into the fourth quarter. And then for 14 minutes, we had 61 yards of offense. Or no, then Brian Hill made that big run. But then in the last minute and a half, 3 minutes, is when the offense started clicking. So I guess my question, Amanda, from what we saw in that first 3 periods, first, hour and what? 59 minutes, 58 minutes. Are you worried about them going to Seattle and playing in the snow?
Well, yeah, the first quarter we only had 1 first down, and that was the very first play of the game.
I mean, yeah,
that makes me a little nervous.
That is true. And listen, I mean, like I said, our defense played great. Don't get me wrong, right? I don't think we're going to be able to get to DiNucci as fast as we think we can, because if you look at DiNucci's pass time, I think he was averaging it like, what was it, like 1.2?
Yeah, he had the ball out faster than I think any quarterback.
Yeah, 1.3, something like, it was less than 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It was less than 2 seconds. I'll say that for sure, that he was getting that ball out. Richard Jackson goes, we paced ourselves for the last 2 minutes. But with that Seattle team, I don't think we could do that. Now, Arlington, You're shaking your head. What are you saying?
I mean, I think at this point right now, one of the X factors that's going to be in the game is going to be Lakeem Williams. Lakeem Williams has some Seattle ties. Mm-hmm. You got to look at it as that. And, wait a minute. Let's not forget, the BattleHawks were getting battle tested. Remember, they went in cold weather, cold water, when it was cold in Dallas, hopping in. So they were getting battle tested for this. So we might sit here right now and say that they're not ready. I wouldn't be so sure, because they'll both be on the same type of temp field, because both teams have not gotten a chance to be out there. It'd be different if Seattle was already out there and they were playing in that weather. They haven't. So you can't sit there and be like, Seattle gonna easily just win this.
I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying the way our offense, and it's like Steven here says, he goes, then again, this team has a game under its belt. Not that it changes too much, but you would think cohesiveness would continue to grow with each game. I agree.
Well, and Lakeem had a great game, but not only Lakeem, but DeLuca also had a great game.
Mm-hmm. And then,
he had a great sack.
So that's what I'm saying. Right. You can't sit here and be like that the Sea Dragons is going to just straight steamroll the BattleHawks.
I didn't say that.
I'm just letting you know. Like, don't think it's just going to be that kind of easy game.
No,
and it's here.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them teams are going to struggle, but they both are battle tested. Yeah, they've got opportunities to get that feel.
And right here, Freeney's in protocol. Freeney's in protocol concussion.
Yeah, Next man up. Next man up. Mm-hmm. Next man up. That don't mean anything. Next man up. Who ready?
It's going to be very, very interesting, And then, like Leo says right here, Seattle is better than they showed against DC. I think that whole, listen, We got to listen, everybody in the XFL. I know that we loved it in 2020. So we have to free the beer snake. We have to free the beer snake again.
What they got to do with anything?
I know. What they gotta
I
do with the game?
complained about the Rona snake in DC. But listen, the only reason why Seattle lost that game was because of they took the beer snake away.
It ain't got nothing to do with it, dude.
The public health and safety took the beer snake away. The fans got violent and started throwing lemon.
Well, I'll throw a lemon at your head.
Anytime, Steven. If I have to fire you up, man, I'll do that, man.
Right, yeah,
I'll do that.
Free the beer snake. Free the beer snake, please. All right. Look, I'm just saying, from what I saw, right, the way our offensive played, and somebody had put it up here. Let me see if I can. Andrew did it right here. We need to throw some downfield and less dump offs. I agree with that. I mean, look, don't get me wrong.
Okay, this is the thing. Hold on, wait. Mm-hmm. And somebody had pointed it out on yesterday's X-Fan show, is running routes. Mm-hmm. Understand that this group here probably hasn't had an opportunity to kind of run their routes in a live form. And so now that they're running it in a live form, they got an opportunity to know what that is and where their spots are supposed to be. So it could be a whole lot different now that we're going into week 2. They got a chance to see what that's like live. Mm-hmm. And now they get to put themselves in those positions. So at this rate right now, I think they'll be a lot better than what kind of credit that we're giving the Sea Dragons.
See, like Leo says right here, and then Amanda, I'll let you make your point. The Brahmas had a heck of a secondary, which they did. The BHawks offense could open up a bit this week. I think, like I said, I think this week is really going to determine what teams and how these teams stack up for the rest of the year is what I'm thinking. That's just my opinion.
Look at that right there. They were the only team not to turn the ball over.
Well, listen, here's why. You're doing a 2-yard pass, 2-yard pass, 2-yard pass. You're doing a run.
You ain't going to get nowhere.
Right.
But here's the thing, though. Even when they made the throws, let's get this straight.
I get it.
You gotta remember.
When you're doing dump passes, you're not going to throw a lot of interceptions.
Did they intercept the ball when Butler caught it? No. Did they intercept it on Austin Pro's 3-point conversion? Did they intercept the ball on his touchdown? Did they intercept it on the 4th and 15 conversion?
Right
no.
Here, look, right here. I said we've proven ourselves as a good run team, especially with the elements. I say we try to hit the ground early and expand into the passing game. I agree. All right, Amanda, go on.
I'm raising my
This
hand.
is incorrect. This is incorrect.
No, it's
this
not.
is incorrect.
No.
It is incorrect. This is incorrect.
I'm going to mute you. Amanda, make your point. Make your point.
My point is that it shouldn't take 3/4 of yards to literally get double the yards in 1/4 of the 4th quarter. We literally had 61 yards in 3/4, and you get almost double that yards in 1/4. I don't get that.
Hey,
it should not be that way.
It took time. It had to take time. I'm going to defend AJ McCarron. Forget what y'all thinking about. I'm going to defend AJ McCarron on this show because look, he doesn't have 11 of 14, 133 yards and 2 touchdowns in that final drive if it wasn't for somebody believing in him to be that quarterback and to be McCarron that he was at Bama.
Are you ready?
That's like me defending Kirk Cousins for the years that I've been a Viking fan. That it never going to happen with me going to the Super Bowl ever in life.
Okay, here.
Listen.
Are you ready? Listen, first quarter. Are you ready? 5 plays, 12 yards.
Who cares?
Their second, they punt it. Second one, 4 plays, 9 yards. Next one, punt, 3 plays, 7 yards. Next second quarter, field goal, 5 yards, 15 plays.
Okay.
15 yards, 5 plays.
What are you getting at?
Yards. Okay. The next possession, 3 punt, 3 plays, 0 yards. Next possession, rush for -1 yard. 1 play, -yard, 1 yard.
Say that louder, John. Say that part louder again. It was the first game.
Listen, I agree. Let me explain, and I'm going to tell you why. Look, now, the next play in the third quarter, punt, 3 plays, -8 yards. Second possession in third quarter, punt, 5 plays, 11 yards. Now, we go to the fourth, missed field goal, 5 plays, 42 yards. That was because of one of Brian Hills' big runs. Then you get to the last few minutes, touchdown, 8 plays, 71 yards, touchdown, 6 plays, 75 yards. He didn't do anything until the last, I just gave it to you, until the last minute and a half of the game. That's when he got all of his yards.
That's what makes the XFL great, baby.
Exactly.
That's what makes the XFL great.
Here's why I'm saying. Until then, he was only averaging 2 yards a completion until the end of that last part of the game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And it wasn't just him; it was the kicker too.
Yeah, and then the kicker missed.
Yeah, I get it. Danny Heckman didn't do his job either. But at the same time, when push came to shove, McCarron was there, made the throws. You gotta understand those 4 throws.
I agree with this. O-line sucked and the play calling was shit. I 100% agree with that.
And guess what? You gotta understand these were 2 first-time head coaches. All right, I'm gonna defend everybody. I don't care anymore.
Like right here,
first-time head coaches, they both going at it.
The win in the Aladome was messed with.
Great, exactly.
No, but here's what I'm saying. This was only
no, he did not.
This was only the first game, right? I'm going to say this. AJ does have the most experience. We saw that. That's what did it. His experience in those games, right? Now, I think, like I said, I think as these weeks go, these guys, and then you got to remember, we literally, me and Amanda and Dave watched every single game going home. And the funny thing that I thought was the funniest, is that none of these teams had full practices in pads.
They have 5 players hurt on the Brahmas.
That's what I thought. Yes, and I agree. AJ's experience won us that game. You know, it was his receivers that couldn't make the runs and couldn't read the passes and their coverages is what it was. And I think as the week goes on and as these games goes on, these teams will start being more cohesive. In my opinion.
But listen,
why are you smiling like that? Go ahead.
Listen. You got to understand the experience that AJ McCarron has, man. And
it says
for them to trust.
Mean injuries early. Wait till tomorrow.
It might, because it's cold. It's gonna be cold. Now, whether the bodies pile up for this one, it's gonna be interesting to see what kind of game we're getting on Thursday night.
Now, here's definitely the one thing. All of these teams, not just the Battlehawks, but all of these teams, they're going to have to figure out something with offensive lines.
It's going to take about 4 weeks.
Maybe
Can I just say one thing? Can I just say?
Sure.
Okay, A-Train, just be quiet. Because
I don't even know why he's on this show.
Because we already talked about this. Okay, you got my man JJ and you got Gonzalez right next to each other on the left side. Okay. Right side, you watch it. That is where they always were coming through on the O line. I watched the game probably 3 or 4 times. I'm not kidding you. All the time. Why would you put the 2 biggest guys right there on the left side? Why? I don't get it. Sorry. And also, Abshir, I did not know, plays for the Brahmas. Excuse me.
Doctor, he put his report up, and I just read all the stats game by game about the Battlehawks offense, and it didn't do anything until the end of the game, which is fine because we won the game. That's fine. But that team was not in sync at all the entire game. Not at all.
And Kai Abshir, by the way, plays for the Brahmas now, whom didn't play for, but was with the Battlehawks.
Yeah, exactly. And AJ McCarron, and I had said it, AJ McCarron is the most experienced guy. in this XFL as quarterback experience. I was expecting a little more out of him for that game, and I didn't see that. But
Because
I
the
saw it when it
communication was
mattered.
not there at first. It was not there. I
Mhm.
truly think at first it was all about the communication with him and the team. Because when he was
Yes.
saying stuff, the communication was not. When he was going off the field, he was saying stuff to him like, "Come on
Right.
now,
And
where y'all at? Where
more than
y'all at?"
anything,
And
and
then
more than
as
anything,
exactly, and as
if
the game
anything,
went
it was
on, it
encouraging.
got better. And he
It's
kept saying
encouraging.
to him, "Yep,
Yeah,
It's
because like
encouraging.
if you go back and watch the games, you would see him on the sideline. He's sitting there talking to these guys,
yep,
saying, "Hey guys, we need to do this, we need to do that." And you're right. Look, and I said Jack Cohn was going to play like shit. He outplayed AJ for almost the entire game. Outplayed him almost the entire game. And you're right, he was running for his life. He was running for his life. And I'd said that. That was my biggest thing that I kept saying about AJ. To be fair, this was going to be his first game in a while where he was actually going to see real live action. And I agree. Yeah, I mean, look, the week one of 2020 wasn't the greatest of football, but this week of 2023 was really good football. I mean, yeah, were
this
there
is
some
the
things
week
they could
that's gonna
fix?
be."
Right. Week 2 is going to be the week that's going to really tell us everything that's going on.
Week 2 and 3, people.
Mm-hmm. I think the last time AJ actually played an NFL game was in 2017? Was the first time that he actually that is true. That is true. I mean, you're absolutely right. No, I'm saying AJ is going to get better, but we definitely could have Paxton Lynch, and he's pretty shitty. I mean, here's all I'm saying: that cold weather. If they're smart with the runners that we have, run that ball, run that ball, run that ball. Let them get the let him. I'll take a Chuck Long offense right now.
They
Going
should
into
run in that
Seattle.
cold pool again like they did when they were at training camp just to get ready for it again.
Hey, Phil, I'll give it week 5. He
Actually,
says week 7. I'll say by week 5 they'll look.
I'll actually give it by week 4. That will really start seeing what teams are actually is actually, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a good defense too. That's a good defense. That Seattle
I say
defense is good.
Houston. I say Houston.
Well, Houston's the best overall team. So
You be quiet, A Train. I am over you already.
all right,
Look,
look,
listen. Brandon Silver has still got a little bit of work to do because he still made 2 errant passes that went for ints. But as a complete team, you'll hear about it on the Rough 'Em Up podcast on tomorrow. That Brandon Silver's that team is a complete team. There's a complete team right now.
It really is. It really is. AJ, you're right. AJ made the passes when it counted the most. But I mean, this is the XFL though, so it doesn't matter. You could lose a game like we saw in the last minute and a half. I mean, that's the thing.
Listen, we're not talking bad about we like AJ a lot. We do. It's just I think it's a lot of communication, to be honest with you.
I'm right, and it's just one game, and because it's just one game. Nah, no.
I'm saying right now.
Just what we've seen after week 1.
They are
it looks like Houston is the complete team.
Right.
And they came prepared.
Kirkland.
Yeah, see, like right here it goes. Yeah, right here it is.
Not in the fashion that they did, though.
Houston is the best coached team at this point. All right, so I got to get up and early for work. Amanda, we got a big thing tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a watch party. The BHawk Live is doing a watch party at Murphy's on 20.
You guys gotta come party with us. It'll be a good time.
All right, Amanda, and you're gonna have balloons, and what else are you gonna be doing?
I'm gonna be acting crazy,
like
I was when I was there.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap up this show with Amanda's minute.
No, we already.
All right, I'm gonna catch the minute, y'all. I'm out.
You don't want to do. You don't want to do the
no.
Amanda
So what you need to do? No, because here's my Amanda minute. Here's what it is.
Okay.
All you're gonna do is play what I sent you.
Yeah. The lunch show.
Excuse me. No. This
Hold
is
on.
how I feel.
Hold on. Andrew's saying
went.
yes. The lunch show is still on Thursdays. Yeah. Oh, so you want me to play this, right? Is this what I'm
This
doing?
is how I feel it went, people. Just so
Okay.
you know.
Let me get
This is
to
how
it.
I feel it went.
Is this how you feel?
This is how I feel the ending of the football game went.
Okay.
You're welcome.
This is how you feel, right?
Right here.
Okay.
Swoosh. And that's the game. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you, courtesy
Just
to
like that, people.
to Liar.
Mm-hmm.
This is the BHawk live show. I am one of your hosts, Dirty. Right next to me over there is Amanda, which I'll take away the title of Crackling Hyena.
Just for today, I'm sure.
Yeah, just for today, because I am still tired and, But come hang out with us. Tomorrow night, Murphy's on 21. We will be there. What is it, Amanda? I think we're getting there. We're going to be there at 7 o'clock.
Yep, 7 o'clock.
Yes, so come hang out with us. We appreciate every single one of you guys. Yes, Leo, that is what I'm going to go do, is get some sleep because I am dead ass tired. Amanda, where should people follow us at?
The X Fan Show page.
There you go. And come hang out with us this Thursday. Help us root on our Battle Hawks.
Murphy's on 21, people.
Come help us take down the dreadful sea dragon. Please. Please help us. Let's hope we do something, Amanda. Am I right?
Just be positive.
Just be
What
positive,
is
you
with
think?
this music? I feel like I'm gonna go to sleep. Stop it.
This is
Ew.
BHawk Live. You guys have a wonderful night.
Bye, y'all.
Dirty's going to use to go to sleep tonight, too.
So terrible.
Yeah, just for Amanda. A call.
Oh my gosh. Bye, people.
Yeah. And just for some hot water.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah, hot water. BHawk Live is done.